Is Gen Z really dumber than millennials? The data explained. What if I told you human intelligence might have peaked years ago, and most people didn't even notice? For over a century, every new generation got smarter than the last. Smarter tests, higher scores, better reasoning, until suddenly it stopped. And in some countries, intelligence scores actually started going down. Not slowly, not subtly, but measurably. And right at the center of this shift, Gen Z. So tonight we're answering a question that makes people uncomfortable. Is Gen Z really dumber than millennials? Or is something far more disturbing happening to all of us? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you might never think about your brain the same way again. Before we go any further, let's get one thing straight. This is not a Gen Z hate video. This is not about insults. And this is definitely not about calling anyone stupid. Gen Z is faster with technology, more adaptable, more socially aware in many ways. But intelligence isn't just speed, it's depth. And the data we're about to look at raises some uncomfortable questions. Here's the shocking fact most people don't know. For decades, IQ scores rose steadily. This trend even had a name, the Flynn effect. But around the early 2000s, something strange happened. In countries like the US, Norway, Denmark, the UK, IQ scores stalled, then declined. And guess which generation entered adolescence during that exact period? Gen Z. That doesn't mean Gen Z caused it. It means Gen Z grew up inside it. What smart used to mean. Let's rewind. When millennials were growing up, internet was slower, phones were basic, boredom was unavoidable. Boredom forced reading, reflection, long attention spans. Your brain had time to sit with thoughts. That matters more than most people realize. What changed for Gen Z? The real shift. Gen Z didn't grow up with technology. Gen Z grew up inside technology. From childhood, instant answers, infinite entertainment, constant notifications, endless scrolling. The brain adapted, but adaptation has a cost. Here's the unsettling part. Your brain strengthens what you use most. So if you constantly switch tasks, consume short content, avoid mental friction, you get fast reaction, but weaker deep reasoning. The attention span truth. Studies show average attention spans are shorter than ever. Not because Gen Z is lazy, but because their brains were trained differently. Think of it like this. Millennials train for endurance thinking, long focus, delayed reward. Gen Z train for rapid input, pattern recognition, instant feedback. Neither is dumb, but only one supports deep intelligence tests. Memory, recall, and the Google brain. Here's another uncomfortable truth. Why memorize when Google exists? Why remember when your phone does it for you? But memory is not just storage, it's mental exercise. When recall weakens, problem-solving slows, complex reasoning suffers, learning becomes surface level. This isn't stupidity, it's underuse. Why Gen Z feels smarter but scores lower? Here's the paradox. Gen Z often feels smarter. Access to information, AI tools, tutorials for everything. But intelligence tests don't measure access. They measure pattern recognition without tools, logical chains, sustained focus, abstract reasoning. So Gen Z might know more, but struggle more when tools are removed. That gap is what the data is picking up. The scariest part, sleep stealer. Here's the part that should keep you awake. If intelligence decline goes unnoticed, we risk creating a world where people react instead of think. Emotions override logic. Attention becomes a luxury. And the scariest part, you won't feel it happening because distraction feels good. The hope, turn fear into empowerment. But here's the good news. The brain is plastic, which means focus can be rebuilt, memory can be trained, intelligence can increase. Gen Z has something no generation before had: awareness early enough to fix it. If Gen Z masters focus in a distracted world, they won't be dumber, they'll be dangerously intelligent. Personal connection, comment bait. Now I want to hear from you. Be honest, do you feel more distracted than you used to? Do you struggle to read long things? Do you feel mentally tired all the time? Have you noticed this in school, work, your friends? Drop your experience in the comments. Stories matter more than statistics. If this video made you think, even a little, please like it. It helps more than you know. If you want content that explains the mind, challenges narratives, helps you think deeper in a noisy world, hit subscribe and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because the real question isn't, is Gen Z dumber? It's, who controls how we think next?